Bill Gaither, the beloved gospel legend, had no idea a camera was rolling when he gave a behind-the-scenes look at his private routine. Millions have heard him lead thousands in worship, but few have witnessed him in this unguarded moment. What he did next shocked fans and revealed the human side of a man often seen as unshakable. Instead, his emotional prayer was captured for the world to see. Prepare to be amazed by this hidden footage that changed everything. Moment of vulnerability. Moments of vulnerability are a shared experience that no one can escape, no matter how strong or successful they appear to be. They remind us of our humanity, showing that everyone, whether a celebrity, a leader, or an ordinary person, faces challenges that can bring them to their knees. These moments, while painful, often shape us in profound ways. One striking example is the story of gospel music legend Bill Gaither, who experienced a moment of extreme vulnerability when he collapsed in court after hearing his sentence. Known for his unwavering faith and uplifting hymns, this unexpected event revealed a side of him that many had never seen. It was a reminder that even icons are not immune to life's hardships. Gaither's collapse wasn't just a physical reaction. It was an emotional breaking point, showing the toll of years of personal and professional struggles. Moments of vulnerability often come when we least expect them. For Gaither, it came in a public space, in front of an audience that had always seen him as a beacon of hope and strength. Yet these moments do not define weakness. Instead, they reveal the weight of what someone has endured. For Gaither, it was the strain of decades of relentless touring, performing, and creating music, while also facing health challenges and personal hardships. These moments also have the power to teach us valuable lessons. After his collapse, Gaither was forced to reassess his priorities. He realized the importance of slowing down and taking care of himself. Vulnerability became a turning point for him, leading to a renewed focus on balance and self-care, while still pursuing his passion for music. Health challenges, linked to career strain. The pressures of a demanding career can take a heavy toll on anyone, even someone as inspiring as gospel music legend Bill Gaither. Known for his uplifting hymns and unwavering faith, Gaither's journey has not been without struggles. Years of relentless touring, constant rehearsals, and balancing the expectations of his career with his personal life eventually pushed his health to the limit. His story is a reminder that no matter how passionate or dedicated we are, our health should never be neglected. For decades, Gaither poured his heart into his music, spending countless nights performing on stage and traveling across the country. In the early days of his career, he was fueled by a relentless spirit, eager to bring his message of hope and faith to as many people as possible. But over time, the physical demands of constant travel, late nights, and back-to-back performances began to wear him down. His body started showing signs of strain, yet Gaither kept pushing forward, believing that his work was more important than rest. As he grew older, the health challenges became harder to ignore. The long hours on the road and the emotional energy required to perform began to take a serious toll on his body. Moments like his shocking collapse in court after hearing his sentence brought these challenges to light, showing how years of career-related stress had pushed him to his breaking point. That moment wasn't just about the courtroom. It was a culmination of years of unaddressed physical and emotional strain. Gaither's health struggles forced him to rethink his priorities. He realized that his passion for creating music couldn't come at the cost of his well-being. This turning point led him to slow down, take better care of himself, and find a balance between his career and his health. He spent more time at home, resting and reflecting, while still nurturing his love for gospel music. Out of these challenges, Gaither found a new depth to his artistry, channeling his personal struggles into songs that resonated even more deeply with his audience. Unexpected collapse in court. An unexpected collapse in court is a moment that stops time. It's dramatic, shocking, and unforgettable. For gospel music legend Bill Gaither, this exact scenario played out, shaking everyone who witnessed it. Known for his soothing hymns and messages of hope, no one could have imagined seeing him so vulnerable. When the judge read his sentence, the weight of the news was unbearable, and Gaither, who had spent a lifetime uplifting others, crumbled under its emotional and physical toll. The courtroom fell silent, stunned by what had just happened. This wasn't an ordinary man collapsing. It was Bill Gaither, a figure many fans viewed as a pillar of strength and faith. Yet, this moment reminded everyone of a universal truth. Even the strongest among us can break. Vulnerability does not discriminate, and sometimes life's challenges become too much to handle, even for someone as admired as Gaither. The collapse wasn't just a physical reaction, it was the result of years of mounting pressure. Gaither had spent decades pouring his heart into his music, touring relentlessly, and meeting the demands of a career that never seemed to slow down. The constant travel, late nights, and emotional energy required to connect with audiences took a toll on his health. For years, he pushed through, ignoring the signs that his body needed rest. But in that courtroom, everything came crashing down. This moment of vulnerability revealed a side of Gaither that many had never seen before. It was a stark reminder that no matter how strong someone appears on the outside, they are still human. For Gaither, the collapse marked a turning point in his life. He began to reflect deeply on how he had been living, always giving to others but rarely taking care of himself. It was a wake-up call to slow down and find balance between his passion for music and his need for self-care. In the aftermath, Gaither used this experience to inspire change, not just in his own life, but in how he connected with others. His later music became even more powerful, enriched by the lessons he learned from his struggles. His collapse in court may have been unexpected, but it became a moment of transformation, a reminder that even in our weakest moments, there is room for growth, healing, and hope. Turning point in his life. Over the course of a half-century, Bill Gaither built an extraordinary life as a gospel music legend, earning countless awards and touching millions with his heartfelt hymns. Yet, even with all his achievements, life brought him to a pivotal moment, a turning point that forced him to reevaluate everything. This moment came in a shocking and public way, when he collapsed in court after hearing his sentence. The incident was more than just a health scare. It was a wake-up call that changed the direction of his life forever. For decades, Gaither's passion for gospel music drove him relentlessly. He toured endlessly, performed night after night, and dedicated his life to spreading messages of hope through his songs. But this tireless spirit came at a cost. The constant travel, long hours, and demanding schedule slowly took a toll on his health. Gaither began to feel the weight of his career physically and emotionally, but he kept going, believing his work was more important than rest. Then came the collapse, a moment of vulnerability that stunned everyone who knew him. The courtroom fell silent as the man who had inspired so many with his strength and faith showed a side of himself that rarely surfaced. This moment forced Gaither to pause and reflect. He realized that he couldn't keep pushing himself at the same relentless pace without serious consequences. This collapse became a turning point in Gaither's life. He began to prioritize his health, setting boundaries and allowing himself time to rest. He shifted his focus, balancing his love for music with the need to care for his body and mind. While he continued to nurture his passion for songwriting and performing, he did so with a new perspective, one that valued his well-being as much as his work. Interestingly, this change didn't diminish his music, it enriched it. His later songs carried a deeper sense of personal struggle, hope, and resilience. Fans could feel the honesty in his lyrics, and his music resonated more profoundly than ever. Gaither's turning point wasn't just about slowing down, it was about evolving with grace, finding balance, and transforming his challenges into inspiration. Legacy of resilience. Resilience is the quality that helps us rise again when life knocks us down. For many, the ability to bounce back stays hidden until life brings its hardest tests. Bill Gaither's journey is a shining example of how challenges can be turned into a lasting legacy of strength and hope. From a childhood filled with gentle church hymns, warm family gatherings, and simple country values, Bill learned early that faith and love are the strongest guides through life. Over the years, Bill devoted himself to gospel music, pouring his heart into every note and lyric. He toured tirelessly, performing night after night to spread messages of hope and comfort. However, the demands of a hectic schedule, long hours on the road, and endless rehearsals began to take a toll on his body. The very drive that once lifted him up started to wear him down. In a moment that shocked many, Bill collapsed in court after hearing his sentence. This unexpected event was not just a sign of physical strain, but a wake-up call that his health needed his care. Instead of letting this setback end his journey, Bill saw it as a turning point, a chance to rebuild and grow stronger. He began to slow down his busy pace, making time for rest and reflection. Each moment of hardship became a lesson that enriched his music and deepened his understanding of life. His later songs, filled with themes of struggle and renewal, carried an honest message that true strength comes from facing our weaknesses and turning them into opportunities for change. Bill's resilience is not only found in his music, but also in his strong ties with family and community. His partnership with his beloved wife, Gloria, played a big part in his ability to overcome challenges. Together, they transformed early struggles into sweet harmonies and thoughtful lyrics that touched the hearts of many. Their bond became a clear sign that shared love and support can help us persevere, even when the road is rough.